Hello friends, so you're welcome with Scratch It with Prime again, and today we're going to be looking at some simple hack, and we're going to see how to add a simple fall. Now this is a very basic way on how to add gravity, so for this is for absolute beginners. So if you want to add gravity, now remember what gravity means, right? Gravity makes everything falls to the ground. So for us to add gravity, basically we're going to add, this is more or less like a simple platformer project. So we're going to add gravity, let's say, to make it fall. So let's say forever, forever is a loop that makes something happens continuously. So this is a forever block. Then what the code that makes it fall? Remember, motion, that's movement. So we're going to go to, remember in our block, in our class, when we talked about the x and y, x controls left and right, and y controls up and down. So we're going to use y. So we do change y. So if we use change y, now look at it. Change y controls up and down. So if I'm clicking on this, it's going on. But I want to make it false. So what am I supposed to do? Change it to negative. So let me make it negative 10. So look at, as I'm clicking on it, are you seeing? Okay. So that means if I put this inside this forever block, that means it will fall by itself. So just watch. Let me add my event to trigger it using my flag. So when flag click, if I click on this, it is going to fall by itself. Are you seeing this? This is adding gravity. So stop. Okay. Now let me set it to a point whereby whenever I click on the green flag, it has to be up here. So I drag my cat up. So I'm going to go to, now if you want to set, make sure your character stays in a particular position when you start, you used to go to. Now the easiest method I use is, the first thing I do is I drag my character to where I want it to start from. By default, when I take it to where I want it to start from, look at the x and y position here, and also the one on this code is going to change. So I'm going to drag it. Now it's y, x is -9 and y is -13. So when I drag it to where I want, it changes by itself. So now look at, I want it to start from here. Now can you see it has changed by itself? Exactly. So I'll bring this code up here. So this code means whenever I click on the green flag, it should go to this position, which is it is now. Then forever, remember this code makes it 4. Forever makes it just call this code continuously. Call this code continuously. So this is what happens. It starts falling. Can you see? So when I click on the green flag, it goes up, falls back. Stop. And I click on the green flag, it goes up and falls back. Now let's make it detect this platform, this ground. Let's assume this edge is falling too. So we're going to say it should fall until it touches the edge. Now this is a forever block. Now there's another type of loop, repeat until. So we're going to use this repeat until block. Now this repeat until blocks help something to happen until this next condition inside this block is met. So what do we want? Which other condition do we want? We want it to repeat until it touches this edge. So I'm going to do that and bring this touching this condition. Remember they are in sensing. So repeat until touching mouse pointer. No, that's not what I want. I said repeat until touching edge. Exactly, edge. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this code inside here. So what this means is it is going to keep going down. Let me click on the green flag, let it go up. That means if we put this inside this repeat until, that means it's going to keep going down until it touches the edge, then it is going to stop. Exactly. So if we put this block inside here, that means you're telling this code, repeat this thing, make sure the code the character is going down until it touches the edge, then to stop going down. So when we do this and put it back inside the forever block, look at what happens. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Now this is a very basic way on how to add gravity and the platform to and to detect how it should stay on a platform. So this is just a basic beginner work. So in our next class, I'm going to teach you, we're going to draw a simple platform and we're going to apply a much better code but similar to this. Okay, thank you, and make sure you help us in this channel. subscribe, like, and share. Bye.